Brokey Schmokey. I wanna do a picked out run because I ran into that and then I died because of greed. I wanted the material and it killed me. So, usually with this guy, it hit a saver. Usually with this guy, I go for Thief Dagger. But before I started, I was like, wait a second. We get bonus percent damage, right, out of material. We get bonus material at the start of the wave based on what we have. If we get percent damage, why don't we go for the laser gun? That has insane base damage, right? And that's what I want to test out, and that's why I'm so excited about this. We have only elites. Oh no. But yeah, that's why I'm so excited about this. And another thing I desperately need are bags, because bags will give us so much free money that then gets multiplied. But yeah, I died in a stupid way, because we already, like on wave 9, we had like 2,000 money, I believe it was, something like that. Like I had a crazy start, also with one bag, but that was it. You know, died to pure greed. Now if I don't find a bag, I don't know what I do. Because I need the bonus money, but we don't even get that many crates. In that run, I got super lucky. You know, I constantly kept getting crates left and right. Like, it was actually absurd. Like, I'm talking 0 luck, 2 crates on wave 4 or 5. And it kept happening. Didn't we also just get a crate on wave 1? What is going on? Is this character different? I will actually banish you. Because I want to find the crates. Range damage because higher base damage. Perfect. Harvesting because money. Laser gun. Give me the bag. Crates. Okay. But now I need a bag. Oh, this is insane. So one thing I wanted to talk about, because I just respond to things, you know, that happen, is... There were some people that were really unhappy about Nightmare Mode, where they were like, please no more Nightmare Mode, something like that. And my answer to that is, who do you think you are? Like, I'm sorry, mate, buddy. But like, don't tell me what I'm supposed to do. This is my channel, right? Like, if you actually think about it, how weird this is. I think it's weird that it's normalized. Like, to me, this is absurd. One roll for a bag, we didn't get it. The thing is on Dextra, right? Like, because, let's explain that a little bit further. Aside from the absurdity of telling someone what they should do. On Dextra, a video appears when I feel like doing something. If I don't feel like doing something, there won't be a single video for months. It could even be years. It could even be the last upload that I've done 2 days ago. Or this upload here could be the last one forever. And there will never be another one. I have no dependency on this channel. This channel only exists for me when I say, you know what, I feel like hanging out. I feel like chilling with people that watch this later, that have fun with the video. That's it. That's the only reason. So, it's really weird to me when then someone says, oh, I don't want you to do this. Don't do this. You know, that doesn't make the most sense to me. We will not even upgrade them because their scaling is 450% then, which also gives them more base damage, but yeah. Now, one thing that is totally fine is if someone says, oh, I'm kinda sad that there's another Nightmare video, you know, I don't enjoy that. That's totally fine. It's like, it won't change anything, but it's totally fine. Which also is nice, you know, to exchange yourself with other people, but like, demanding or requesting that something is changed just because of your personal opinion, how you feel something, is like... Yeah, no. On the main channel, there's more consideration for that when I notice there's a wave of people that don't like something. And when I say more consideration, I would say it goes from 0% to 5%, which is enough that I sometimes shift my opinion on very specific things, you know? When I have like multiple things I could do, then I may not do one of them. Yeah, but you just hate me, like you're not giving me the bag. This is sad. Like, you know, I may choose a different game then because of that, but I say it's only 5% because the main way how I identify what is being liked and not liked is just with the views. Because that means it worked out or it didn't work out. And it's always dangerous to listen to a vocal minority. The main word or emphasis there is on vocal, but also on minority, I guess. Right? Because if you take a look at the comment section, right? How many comments do you see there? Let's say it's 50. If you usually have one person disliking a game, And all of a sudden on a video, you have like 10 people, you'll be like, oh my god, what happened? Like everyone hates this game. But it was just a lot of people that usually maybe don't even comment. And they were like, no, I hate this. I hate this. Which is fair, right? You can hate that, that's totally fair. But this creates this illusion that it's like a majority of people, because suddenly 7 out of 50 comments, which is a lot, are against it. And this can create a wrong feeling of what is bad, but also what is good. Now, usually with what is good, the problem there is that it's for people that's in particular liked a specific game, that are a die-hard fan of a game, for example, and then you make a video on this. So they will comment in a very positive way. And I only say that because it has happened to me multiple times that I went into my comment overview in YouTube Studio. I saw an absurd amount of comment, like way more on a fresh upload, like 2 hours old, than ever on any other video, and so many positive comments. And then I click on the analytics of the video, all hyped up, expecting like a good performance. It has like 40% of the views that a regular video has. You know, not even a good performer, just a regular video. And this kind of stuff is always dangerous if you go too much after that. Now, sadly, we didn't get a single bag. So I think we would have actually had 2000 material on wave 9, even with just 1 bag. But it is what it is. But yeah. For Dextra, I think I said this before, right? Like earlier in the video. But for Dextra, it's really the way you have to imagine it. If you wish the video wouldn't exist because you don't like that and you hope for someone else, reality is there wouldn't be another video. You would just get 0. Nothing. Nada. Niente. That's it. Okay, I need way more attack speed. I don't think we need more range damage right now, because wave 9 is also a horde wave, so I have to make... Well, it's not really a horde wave, but kind of, because so many enemies spawn. So I have to make sure that we can actually shoot enough and kill the horde to not get overwhelmed. But do you notice the problem with the material? Like, how often there's like a bunch of material on the floor, right? That is what got me killed. But you still haven't given me a single bag. Like, this is actually insane. Yeah, 450%, like, you do notice, it is quite a bit better. You know what, I will upgrade a few of them. The reason I upgraded this time, I actually didn't do it in the last run, is... we will face a triple elite. Which also means we'll face an early elite. And that makes it so dangerous, why I decide, you know what, I'll go for an upgrade. Like, losing a little bit of money at this point, wet fart in the wind, doesn't really matter. Still, a decent chunk of bonus damage lost down the line. But it's not that bad. Boah, I need more attack speed. I need way more attack speed. The dude will hatch and I can't. I could actually manually aim, but I have my right hand on my chair desk right now. So I can't be bothered, you know. You know what? You're holding up quite well. I thought at this point it will be a lot harder to kill enemies. And we don't earn our main money out of killing enemies either way, so it's not a big deal. But bonus money is bonus damage in the long run. So I want the money still. Perfect. I have no HP, I need HP. Max HP. Armor, sure. One roll. One roll. Man, I hate you. Why did I banish all of the common items to get nothing at all? Okay, how do I have 30 HP right now? This is so bad. Oh no. Right. Well, actually we leveled up quite well. I wanted to say, we don't get bonus experience out of the saver, right? So we're behind in level ups, but that's not even true. We're doing quite well. Level-wise. Oh my god, we just one-shot the guy with a crit. Okay, but you could give me some crates. Where's my crate luck now? Dude, I need so much more attack speed. Okay, there's a crate, dude, but this may actually be so late that I can't take on him because there are too many enemies flooding in and they'll kill me. Oh wow, we almost killed him. I think if there was one crit in there, he would have died. Yeah, this is so much worse than the last run I had. I need attack speed. That would actually be fine. You know what I'll take? 20% damage lost or something like that. I'll take that, because here's the problem, we need attack speed. Without the attack speed, we are losing out on money that gets multiplied, but also we may die, right? That is a big issue. So there's more to it than just me saying, I want to have attack speed to kill enemies. But it also gives back damage over time, because more money. Or, the better way to say it is, it's not just about survivability, even though that's a core part, because if I die, the run is over. But also, we get back more than just receiving our life. Like, not dying. And it's always nice to look at these things from all of the possible angles, because this gives some things additional value. Okay. Oh god, 10 seconds left. I just have to dodge the dashers, which is really dangerous with some of these, because they dash now. I have 4 crates. There's a high chance we get a bag. A really high chance. I actually like one of them. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. I don't want to talk about it. Are there no bags in the game? Is that a problem? Okay, 122. Let's see if we can kill a boss, because this is why I got the upgraded versions. Like, if we don't even get it now, this would be a bit sad. We can do it, but the enemies are getting dangerously close. But luckily, this is a very easy boss for me to dodge. Perfect. And now we can kill all of the enemies. Like, I would be surprised if we wouldn't do this. Aber. You know I'm serious when I start manually aiming. The problem is with the manual aims, it may lead to scenarios where you multi-shoot one enemy who would have died with a single shot, and then you're wasting the rest of the bullets. So me not using that is not just me being lazy, but that is a part of it. But there is actually a strategic component that you shouldn't use it unless you need it to survive. Like when you walk through enemies, it's really good to dig out a path. You know what? I actually don't hate you. I have 2 range damage, that's pathetic. Okay. That is actually, you know what, that is a lot of damage, I gotta say. And we don't even lose that much. I think it's about time that I get some upgrades in the shop, because now we have so much damage. I don't need more damage, I just have to make sure to survive and get something like attack speed. The lifesteal is also nice, because the weapon pierces and multi-hits. But we need to get ready for the next boss fight. Now, it should be kept in mind, 20% bonus material every single wave means we also get 20% bonus damage, right? So if I decrease my damage even by just a little bit, like 10%, that means on the next wave I lose 2%. On the next wave I lose 3% that I would have gotten. And that's where it spirals out of control, because we're not talking about a singular case where I waste money in the shop. We're talking about several cases where I do that. And then this 3% added together is all of a sudden like a lot of percentages lost. Yeah, okay. I still don't have enough attack speed. Is the issue. With more attack speed, we would clear the enemies from a distance, and I could easily collect all of the stuff on the stage, but we can't. Let's roll once. Sec, I'll take it. No, I should have taken the range damage, that was bad. There are just no bags in the game. This is actually insane. Like, I can't believe that right now. Sure. 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 I think I got the right amount of damage to defeat the boss. So this boss only spawns, well, spawned, now mutated, enemies, which is obviously fine for us because that's bonus money. And now he does a cross-stitch thing where he attacks. As long as you run upwards, you're usually fine. But I don't need that because we have a little bit of bonus speed. We have no bonus speed, I'm just goated. Hey, I first blamed the bonus speed that I did, right? So it's not arrogance. We did it without bonus speed and we dodged it, even though the dude was striking right on top of me. But going back to the initial comment I made about who do you think you are, you know, with demanding what I do or don't do. I think some viewers on something like YouTube, as in the platform YouTube, they have a way too high opinion of their own impact, right? Because what they have on their mind is, we made you. Without us, you don't exist. And it's like, you're not wrong, you know. I exist because of you all people. But your own impact as one individual person, when I have 7,000 monthly viewers, unique ones, I mean. 7,000. You're one. If you never, like, if you stopped existing, it wouldn't even be noticed. My daily fluctuation of how many people watch is like so many times bigger. And the only reason why I say that is, sometimes it's good to put things into perspective to understand how ridiculous a statement is. In fact, I just recently had a post on the main channel where I was responding to some comments that sometimes happen because I enjoy interacting with my community. And like also like, you know, forming a discussion out of that or talking about something to maybe correct a mindset or give my input on it. And it was about that some people thought I'm a sellout because I use keys developers send me to play their game. Because I have an incentive, a monetary incentive, right? Which means my opinion is bought. To them. You know, that's what it means to them. And that is such a stupid take to me. Because I think it's so absurdly stupid to think a 5 to 10 euro key is something I would consider as a sponsorship. There is no good way to say that it doesn't sound arrogant. But it's not about being arrogant. But, like, if a sponsorship pays you 2,000 to 4,000 euros, right? And now, like, in that case, I can't tell you, oh, my opinion is not influenced at all what I say. I can't, because the people already believe a simple key is enough to influence that. But just a logical approach. How much do you think do I value getting a key for free? If it costs that little bit. Like, if I see a game I like, I just buy it. If I get a key, I use the key. And the only reason is because it's a little bit faster. That's it. That's the only incentive for me to use a key. Sometimes there are games that are not out yet, and the only way to play them is a key, but I also don't mind waiting. You know, I'm not a game news channel that has to cover them ASAP and write a review, because people gobble up these reviews before the game goes live to understand, is it good, is it bad? I'm not that. I don't even need to do uploads the moment a game comes out. There is a difference. So, for example, when I was mainly covering Vampire Survivors, right? I wanted to immediately have access to an update, which they just freely gave. But the advantage is, in that small period, you get an absurd amount of views. This doesn't exist for anything else I do, though. Because I don't have, like, one consistent game I constantly cover where I would want that or need that. And it's just for me, this way of thinking, this logic is like, because it's any monetary value, you are selling out your opinion. That's crazy to me. Because what this actually tells me is, this person is willing to sell out for any amount of money. You don't have these thoughts if this hasn't happened to you. Because a normal person wouldn't even think about that. Or a reasonable person, okay, I go away from normal, I said reasonable person, would go a little bit further and think about the actual value. If we take the logical approach, right, and this is not the one I would personally use to argue, but if we take the logical approach, because clearly just being reasonable doesn't work for these people. Imagine the image damage a channel can receive from fake reviews, from not pointing out something to their viewers, right? That damage is absurd. And that is a form of damage that builds up slowly over time. Sure. That is a damage that builds up slowly over time, so you can't even measure the damage in current views and loyal viewers. This is something insanely dangerous. Companies spend millions, if not even billions, on polishing up their image. It's not even about advertisement, it's just about image, which creates customer loyalty. Which also has a lot to do with the experience someone has, but you know, we're talking about image right now. So, like, doing that, like, selling your own words out, lying, putting your viewers into a fake experience, which is obviously there, that they buy the game, right, for 5 to 10 euros, is such a stupid move that it blows my mind someone would even think that. Now, equally annoying are also those people that are like, oh, Dex, you shouldn't listen to the whiny people. Why do you listen to them? You need to learn to be independent or something. They write the most idiotic comments. And it's like, guy, you mean it well. But you're trying to tell me I'm not allowed to interact with my community. Or you're trying to tell me I should cherry pick what I interact with. I'm not that kind of person. I don't care about that. If I see something that caught my attention, I'll just talk about it. I'm not defending myself. My ultimate opinion is still, I do what I want. But I just enjoy responding to certain things and talking about that and having an exchange. However, the way I respond to something very much differs depending on what the initial message and tone of that message was. So if someone is, for example, very disrespectful and implies that I do some very evil things, I'm not gonna be all too nice about it. And I'm gonna tell you, you are stupid. If you said something that is stupid, if that entire thing was also just there to shit-talk me. Now, if someone says something stupid, but they just want to know, is that the case? Is that how it works? I'm nice to you. Right? You just want to understand something, you had a concern on your mind, you don't know the ins and out of YouTube and things like this, and running a company, totally understandable. I'm free to explain that if I want to. But yeah, that was a horrible wave, by the way, that was utterly horrible. This is so much base damage, like, this bumps up the damage to ridiculous degrees. Like, look at this, 1046, 1100. Why do you always have to do this? Right? There was no need to do that. But the game decided to do it. Cool. You know what? Let's fight. This wave will be easier because not as many enemies spawn in comparison to the other one. Do you see how much damage we deal though? But yeah, we almost lost on wave 19. So, did I like the entire strategy? It was good. I think what I needed was more attack speed. Like, you want to be at least at 100%. We didn't need the crit chance. This could have been at 0%, I would say. Because the problem was coverage, not damage, right? Like, you've seen it now with the boss fight here. We definitely do not need damage. The only thing we needed was a bag early on to get more money going. I needed a little bit less rolling. Because I was looking for the bag, right? That had insane value. If we would have found that, but it didn't happen. And, like, just attack speed was needed. Maybe also range, but they have so much range. Look at this. I don't think we needed that part. Maybe less armor. And instead going for attack speed, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. See you the next time. Bye-bye.